Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, so you folks, I'm Platter video series of videos I've been doing for a little while now. Where I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat the stuff, I drink stuff. Then, folks, I'm going to talk about the stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that at the time I'm doing this, folks, beer can Thunderbolt poster behind me, crappy old ladder off to the side, bunch of Marvel figures up there. What did I just do there, folks? Well, I went over there and I skipped a whole little section of my intro because I didn't have anything ready in my head. But we're swinging with it now, folks. That's what we're doing. But anyway, yeah, I'm in the back room. I'm going to go over there and try some stuff. It's going to be a thing. While I'm doing so, I'm wearing a cool shirt. Folks, when I wear a cool shirt, I like to highlight the shirt. It's a bit obscured by the natural light coming in, but it's boom! My If You Are Thinking You Are Winning shirt, which is, as I've mentioned numerous times now because I've worn the shirt for a few reviews in a row, this is my Flowbot shirt. If you're not familiar with the band Flowbots, they were around. They're still around, thankfully. They're still doing stuff. But they, they had kind of their heyday, sort of the mid to late 2000s. They had a big song called Handlebars. I was all over the radio at the time, at least where I'm at. I was listening to Q101, Chicago's alternative, which sadly is, it's still around, sort of, but it's like not the actual Q101. It's a whole thing. But I really like these guys. So last year when I saw that they were going to be touring near me, I absolutely went and checked them out. That's where I got the shirt. It's also where I went over there and took a few videos of their show, which are on this channel, just in case you're interested. They're an excellent live band. If you happen to enjoy their stuff, definitely see them live. It is a whole experience. Plus, I love, they always have really great like social messages and stuff like that. Like I said, I always like the message of this particular shirt. So, but anyway, what am I trying for y'all today, folks? Certainly not Flowbot stuff. I mean, Flowbot shirt, but and my bracelet. My bracelet is made by a dude named China McCoy. He is a stuntman, an actor, comic book creator. He's working on animation stuff. Like he's always got a million projects going. Super good dude. Can't say enough good things about him. He also makes these, and I like to go over there and plug for him because he is a good dude. And so if you happen to be interested at all, let me know. I'll put you in touch with him. I'm sure he could go over there and get you some for. I don't know exactly what he's charging for them anymore. I got these a couple of years ago. But anyway, what am I actually trying for y'all today, folks? Well, we're doing boom! Ha ha ha! It is. You can kind of see it. We'll do a thing. It is the Nissin Hot and Spicy Firewalk Molten Chili Chicken flavor. 6 out of 6 peppers, folks. Fire sauce included. That's for the thumbnail. Ha ha ha. Yeah, that'll work. Yes, indeed, folks. It's instant ramen. You go over there, you take it, you take out the pouches, you pour in the flavoring, you pour in the herbs, and then you go over there, put in some water, pop it in for 5 minutes, then you put in the fire sauce, make it all spicy and such. And I've done quite a few of these instant ramen things. As I mentioned before, I'm a single guy, I work 6 nights a week. Yeah, I'm not usually too up for doing a lot of cooking and stuff. So things like this are, kind of a godsend for me. I just got through doing a review of the sizzling pork version of this, which was 4 out of 6 chilies. So this is 6 out of 6. This is the hottest one that they have. Now, I've also done some other spicy ramen. I did the Korean spicy ramen stuff not too long ago. Not during its heyday as a thing. I wasn't even making review videos at the time. But, like sometime last year. So anyway, I figure, why not, man? I want to see what the 6 levels of chili have to offer. And you're going to be here to experience it with me. All 15 of you who watch my video. Who knows, maybe this will be one of the ones that gets oddly popular. By the way, I'm not sure why, but my pineapple soda special video seems to be doing well. Thank you to whoever's watching that. I appreciate it. I like that video, so. Okay. All right. Let's get the heat out of the way. It's there. It's very noticeable. But in comparison to something like the Korean stuff, which upon eating it, you almost instantly know that you're eating some very spicy ramen. Uh, and it coats your entire mouth, like your lips, everything. Like it gets you pretty quickly. With this, you do taste the spice, but it grows. It goes right to the back of your throat. There's not a lot in the way of, like, I can feel it to a certain extent. It almost has like a numbing sensation, on the side of my mouth where I was chewing it. But it doesn't, like, I don't have anything on the lips. My tongue is fine, which are like the two biggest issues typically when I'm trying spicy stuff. Which, by the way, I've done other spicy stuff too. I did the Death Nut Challenge, I did the One Chip Challenge. Go watch those videos, folks. This is nowhere near those. And I didn't expect it to be, because even though it is 6 out of 6 chilies, as it would be, at the end of the day, stuff like that, that's meant to be absurdly spicy. It's a challenge. That's part of the gimmick of it. Whereas with this, yeah, it's got the 6 chilies, but ultimately, this is still just a product for people to just buy and, potentially enjoy eating. So I wasn't expecting an insane level of spiciness. But am I getting a sufficient level of spiciness for what I was expecting? Yes and no. Again, because I have to curtail it. I have to remember that at the end of the day, this is a commercial product. This isn't a challenge product or something like that. I personally, with being 6 out of 6, I would have liked greater heat. I'm not going to lie. I would have liked a little bit more oomph. But, again, I do understand. They're trying to make it as marketable as possible. So in that regard, with my expectations, being somewhat subdued, yes, okay, I'll give it the 6 out of 6. Again, I do think I think it could be spicier for 6 out of 6. But at the end of the day, I can't deny that, yeah, it's spicy. And it's not even just like with, with some people, obviously, if you're not that attuned to spicy stuff, your level of spice resistance is going to be very different than, somebody like myself, where, I eat spicy stuff on the regular. Even for me, I would go over there and say that, yes, this does classify as spicy. It is not the spiciest ramen I've had, by any stretch of the imagination. But yeah, there's a kick there. Okay, I could see this being, if you're not somebody who's into spice, or if you're only maybe moderately into spicy stuff, I could see this being something that you probably wouldn't enjoy because of the spice level. So that's how I would describe it, as being spicy, because I think it passes that threshold. Now, like I said, is it particularly spicy? No, but I do think that works, because ultimately it is something that's meant to be eaten and enjoyed. So I think that I can go over there and safely eat the rest of this in one sitting without it becoming too spicy for me, but still having a nice heat. Now, in terms of everything else, the flavor, the texture, everything that's going on, the flavor is good. I will say I preferred the sizzling pork one to this one. This is, like I said, it's a chicken flavored one. I think the pork stood out a little bit more to me, but that could just be because, I had less of a spice level to it. But it is flavorful. And if you're comparing it against something like a Maruchan, like I can't think of the other one, the other cheapo one, cup of noodles. If you're comparing it to something like that, this is definitely, not only is it more filling as an overall dish, it's just all around better. For one thing, it's more like noodles. Like, there's no broth to this. You could go over there and, add in more water to go over there and give it more of a broth. But because I followed this to basically the letter. The only thing I changed was I went over there, instead of putting it in for 5 minutes, I put it in for 5:30, just because 5 minutes is set for room temperature water. I don't have room temperature water because I'm not a monster. Okay, I have, actual proper cold water. So I put it at 5:30 just to kind of mitigate that. But I mean, it does a really good job of coating all the noodles, and it just, yeah, it tastes good. It's like I said, it's not my favorite of the firewalk ones. I think the sizzling pork is probably my personal favorite at this point. But I do like it. Now the questions have to be asked: would I get it again? And yeah, would I get it again? Would I recommend it to other people? Yes and yes-ish. So I could see myself getting this again, but the thing is, there are other spicy ramens available that I personally prefer. If I want something really spicy, I could go over there and get some of like the proper Korean stuff. I don't do that a lot, but it's nice to have in the house. But even if I don't want that, like the one that I usually go to it's called Shin. I forget who makes it, but I like that one quite a bit, and I like the spice on it. It's a little bit different in terms of you get more of a broth and everything, whereas these are more specifically noodle, type noodles. So this one does kind of live in a little bit of a weird place because I do like it, but again, it's not my favorite. That's why I put the ish. I could see getting it again, but I'd probably get the sizzling pork over this. Would I recommend it to other people? Again, ish. I personally think there's better spicy ramens out there, but I do think that this is worth trying. If you're somebody like me who, you want the simple, easy stuff to do, it's certainly worth giving a go. But I would say go over there and try out various options. But in terms of just being what it is, it tastes fine for what it is. It's spicy, but not absurdly so it's still reasonable. And ultimately, it's going to be a filling, nice filling little meal that's quick and easy to make. So, Anyway, folks, that's going to do it for me on this one. 5 things for a good editor. Have yourself a great rest of the day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of the month, stupendous rest here. And folks, you can go over there and have yourselves a truly molten rest of your life? Nah, that doesn't sound like a great life to have. I mean, because, you're at the whim of, are you being exposed to air or other cool things that might, slow you down, then you become less molten. But you know what? Take the explosive dynamic of molten stuff. There we go. Follow 2 things, folks. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But we can't do it all the time. I know I can't do it all the time, folks. Here's what you do. You try not to be an asshole. It's not always the easiest thing in the world to do, folks. It's just not. Even in a world where we have 6 chili molten chicken firewalk 5-minute ramen stuff. To be fair, we do in many ways. And I'm not, sadly, it's not every guy. I can't complain too much. I mean, I have problems in my life, but typically people live to, pretty good standards compared to, even like 100 years ago or so. And put your ass into factories and be like, it's fine if the boy is 3 years old, he can work. But even in modern society where that's hopefully not the case, although sadly I'm sure in some places it is, take a step back. Let's try to mitigate the level of assholes just so our lives hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to go over there, maybe you're going to try out yourself some hot and spicy Firewalk 6 chili chicken stuff, as I have done here in this video today. And maybe like me, you're going to enjoy it, but you're going to be like, you know what, I think there's better. I think there's better out there. So you go over there. You go on a sacred quest, folks. You're going to find the best damn spicy chicken instant ramen known to man. But it's going to turn out, okay, you're going to go over there, you're going to find the factory where they make this stuff. But it turns out that they're about to shut down production because it turns out that there's some, like, asshole-ish, like, billionaire guy who he's not willing to deal with the spiciness of the ramen in the world. And he's going to go over there and buy up all the companies and get rid of the spicy ramen. You're going to go over there, you're going to unionize the spicy ramen workers. You're going to go over there, you're going to get the spicy ramen powers. You're going to infuse it into a suit of armor, go over there and power it with pure spicy ramen. Then you go over there and you fight the guy, and it's a whole thing, and eventually gets made into a Marvel movie, because they'll own everything by that point anyway. And, you make yourself some money doing that. Or conversely, maybe don't do that. Seems like a weird thing to spend your life doing, but do you. Hey, maybe go over there instead of doing that. Maybe go over there. I mean, right now it's a little bit too cold, but maybe go over there, get some time, plans. You know what, folks? Time I'm doing this, we're at the beginning of the year. Maybe get your taxes in order so you don't have to wait like I always do. Bye.